Greetings, family. These are your morning thoughts for Wednesday, September 26, 2012. For those of you who are my Facebook friends, a little while ago I had a status that said, deal with your emotions or they will deal with you. And I just want to talk about that for a few minutes this morning. Really and truly, those emotions, especially those dark, painful emotions, those things that rise up from scars that we've suffered in our past. Okay, those things can and will show up later if you don't deal with them initially. Even when it comes to something as simple as death. Okay, someone passes away. Listen. And I've had to learn this. The grieving process is different for different people. Okay, and if you find that you haven't dealt with it, in a quick way to know that you haven't dealt with something, especially a death, is if you feel that pain afresh every time you allow yourself to think about it. Okay, and you haven't dealt with it. Okay, you really haven't. Or even when it comes to things that happen to us in our lives, one thing that I'm learning is that sometimes in not dealing with how we feel about a thing, we begin to accept the thing, and we begin to act as if we deserve things that happen to us, even when it comes to physical and verbal abuse. And I'm just keeping it 100 this morning. You know, if during your childhood you were abused, okay, it happened. Straight up, it happened. All right. I ain't saying hate the person that mistreated you, but I am saying that you need to deal with the fact that it happened. And you need to deal with how you feel about that. Okay, don't suppress it. Oh, it didn't happen. No, it happened. It happened, sweetheart. It happened. And it's okay for you to handle. It's okay. It's okay for you to sit down and really just process how you feel about that. Because sometimes when we don't, then we begin to repeat those same behaviors. And exhibit the behaviors of those people who mistreated and or abused us, and it'll cause us to accept things that we ought not accept even in our adult life. If you grew up being beat on and suffering from verbal abuse, then when you get older, okay, you'll accept that from people. In your circles, you'll gravitate toward people who talk to you like you're a child. You'll gravitate toward people who cuss at you and mistreat you, because to you that's normal. Well, baby, that's not normal, and that's not okay. All right. And so this morning I just really want to stress emotional healing. Okay. And really getting down to the root of those things which cause us to accept people mistreating us. Okay, you need to deal with those emotions. I'm so serious right now. You need to deal with those emotions, or they will show up and show out and rock you later in your life. Okay, and when I say deal with them, I know we love the Lord. Okay, and I know that prayer changes things, but sometimes you need to go seek professional help. Okay, sometimes you need to go get in a support group. Okay, because there are some things that you need to talk out, because it's too much for you to just sit down and say, okay, God, I lay it at your feet and walk away, because years and years of pain that stacks up. Okay, so if you need to go see a professional, then do that. But this morning I really want to encourage you, do what you got to do to make sure that you're okay. Make sure that you're well and that you're sane, and that you have really dealt with your past, because it's hard to move forward into your future when you're carrying all that baggage. And so you need to release those things, and it will really do you a world of good, just to come to the conclusion, okay, I have to deal with this. And so just be encouraged, you know, and understand that, you know, whatever it is that you've been through in your life, whatever it is that you've dealt with in your life, it happened, okay? And you can either keep it buried and allow it to destroy you, or you can deal with it and how it in its own odd way made you a better, stronger person. And you can use that to help somebody else in the same situation. And just one more statement before I go, okay? It is never okay for people to mistreat you. Okay, I want to say that again. It is never okay for people to mistreat you. Okay, I know that sounds like something simple, but a lot of people don't know that. Okay, for a while in my life, I didn't know that. I thought it was normal to have folks talk down at me and yell at me and things of that nature. I thought that was normal. Okay, I thought that was love. Okay, I found myself gravitating toward people who disrespected me on a regular basis, because somehow I felt like I deserved it. And a few people in my life had to pull me aside and say, "Hey, no, that's not okay. Okay, you're worth something. You are somebody, and you don't have to take that. You don't have to submit to that." And it took years. Okay, it took a little over 4 years for me to really grasp that. But now that I have, I'm so passionate about this, and I really just want to encourage anybody who's dealing with those issues to look in the mirror. Do something simple as look in the mirror and say, you are worth more than what you allow people to do to you, and you deserve better than somebody mistreating you. Okay, and you deserve the right to remove yourself from that situation. And I'm probably going to be doing some more videos on this topic, just because it's so near and dear to my heart, you guys, because it takes some time to get some healing though, because God created you. And you're a king's kid. You're creation of the master of the universe, and so you don't deserve to be abused or mistreated. So if that's your mindset, then you get delivered, and you get delivered real quick. That being said, I talked for a good minute this morning. I hope that helps somebody. And if you have any questions, comments or anything, then just feel free to comment on this video, or send an email to takingittothestreets@gmail.com. That's takingittothestreets@gmail.com. Or you can hit me up on Twitter @MissHassleFree. That's @MissHassleFree on Twitter, and we can talk about that. All right. Stay up. Have a great day. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.